So last year sucked. We all know that. And you might have found yourself doing a lot of puzzles. Well, I'm going to show you how you can actually go ahead and display those puzzles on your wall, like an art print or even a piece of art. Okay, so you did a lot of puzzles last year. Now what do? Keep them in a box, go ahead and redonate them, or you can actually go ahead, make them into a piece of art and hang them onto a wall. I found this little puzzle at the dollar store. Venom is one of my all-time favorite characters. What we're gonna do is we're gonna actually glue them all together so it all stays put, and then that way we can hang it onto the wall at a later date. So it's very simple. Just take your time, and this technique should work also for you. You can go ahead and use a product called Mod Podge, or you could use what I'm going to be using, a pH neutral PVA sizing glue. And this is great for bookbinding and all paper projects, and puzzles are just compressed cardboard with an image on it, so this should work just fine. Let's get to it. All right, so I have actually never done this before. Can't imagine it's going to be overly complicated. So you have your puzzle. What the idea is going to be is we're going to glue all of these pieces together onto a piece of paper. And then from there, I'm going to glue it onto a piece of foam core. And that is actually what is going to be adhered to the wall using my favorite invention, 3M command strips. I swear I'm not sponsored. I just love these things. Every piece of art in my house is actually held up by these guys. They're fantastic. They don't actually tear the paint off of your walls. What I'm going to do, flip this upside down, just like that, and then we're gonna get that off. Like I said, this is pretty easy because this is just a small little puzzle that I got at the dollar store. So if this doesn't work, it's not that big of a deal, but it's easy enough to do. But like I said, it will get more complicated when you go with a larger canvas. You're gonna mix up your PVA glue or your Mod Podge, or heck, I think even Elmer's glue will work. Here we go. So we're gonna just put some glue onto this, like that, and we just wanna spread it out. Make sure that you get close to the edge. I highly recommend using a foam brush like I'm using. Don't use a really nice brush. All right, so that's that. And then we're just gonna put our piece of paper down. You could probably use like a Bristol board. I'm just using a 11 by 17 piece of drawing paper. And now you're just gonna work it into that. We're just trying to get that glue, work our way out. Now there are probably a lot out there that will be arguing with me or commenting. Probably not. No one watches my channel. Let's be real. There are probably a lot of other ways to do this. This is just me kind of figuring it out myself. And then we're just gonna go like that. There you go. Not too bad. A little bleeding out there and there. Just wipe that up quickly before it dries and you should be fine. Now, weigh this down with a bunch of books and just let it dry over time, like an hour or two. And then once that's done, I'll take an X-Acto knife and cut this out. And then from there, we'll apply it onto the foam board. All right, it's been a while. Let's take off the books. All right, there we go. And that's now held together. Yeah, that's good. So what I'm going to do next is cut this out. And then I'm going to adhere that back to the piece of foam core, which will add a little bit more stiffness to the puzzle and give it a little bit more depth also when it's off of the wall too. All right, there we go. Not too bad. Edges are a little, but this is a complicated shape. Normally you're going to have a rectangle, which would be a lot easier, which you probably wouldn't even have to cut. So now we're going to go ahead and clear all the scraps away. And then we're going to do that. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to actually trace this out, then cut it, and then glue it. All right, well, that was a huge pain in the ass. Don't use foam board for intricate cuts unless you have a foam cutter. Then I believe it cuts like butter. I don't have one though, so we took the long road. All right, now we're gonna clean all this up. We got a little bit of a test fit. I have a little bit more trimming to do though. All right, so this time we're just gonna coat this whole entire thing with PVC glue, then put that on top of that, and then weigh it back down. Now, Mod Podge, again, would be a lot cheaper, but again, I don't have Mod Podge. You use what you use as an artist. All right, and again, we're gonna weigh that down for a while. Okay, so it's day 2, and I went ahead and let the books stay on top of the puzzle all night, and now we're gonna go ahead and take a look and see what we have. And there we are. Perfect. See? No falling. Just a fun little project to do. And now you could go ahead and put a piece of command strip on there like that, and then stick it up onto the wall, and you got a fun little art piece now. That's gonna do it for me, guys. Just a real quick, easy, fun little project. You could do this with your kids. You can do this by yourself. Again, if you're going to do it, I would recommend doing a more rectangular or a square puzzle, just because of the cutting of all this nonsense out. Pain in the butt. But yeah, all right. That's going to do it. So you all be safe, be kind, wear your masks, and get your geek on. Later.